My friends lived in this shared house in Richmond, and it was one of those houses that, this 10 or 15 of the same dudes live in for 15 to 20 years, different artists, musicians, filthy individuals, really, all on the same lease, and they just grandfather it down. And finally, the owners sold it, and they had to move out, and they said, you got to get everything out of here. And my buddy was like, even from the basement? And they said, yeah, from the basement. Do you want your security deposit or what? And he said, there's like geologic layers of paint on the padlock to the basement. I don't think anybody's ever been in there. And they said, are you going to risk your security deposit to find out? And he said, all right. So he cut the lock, and they went into the basement. The lights don't work down there, and everybody's just got their phones as flashlights, and there's like all of these bikes that have never been ridden since the 1890s down there. Crazy stuff. There's like 3 heads in a jar. I don't know. But they found in the middle of the room, they found this aquarium. And they were like, holy shit, there's an aquarium in here. It's still got water in it. And they get some light on this, and they shone a light on it, and it's full of water, and the sides of the aquarium are covered in algae. And then they just saw this like bloop, bloop, come up. And they were like, there's a fucking fish in here, and it's still alive. And it's grown to fit the tank perfectly, so that its nose is this far from the front, and its tail is this far from the back, and it's just bobbing there. Bloop. And it's been there. They texted everybody all the way back through the whole house history. Nobody had ever had a fish. They don't know where it came from, but it's just been like eating the algae, and then it's shitting, and the algae is eating the shit, and it's an ecosystem now. And so they were like, we gotta get this fish out of here. So they took it upstairs to the kitchen, and they put it in some Tupperware or something, and they got the tank and scrubbed the tank out and lined it with rocks and put in some clean water and a filtration system and a couple of little, castles or skulls or whatever for it to swim in and out of. And they dropped the fish in, it got in the fresh water, and it rolled over and died immediately. Like that. It's been a year of just death and mayhem, and now we're all here in a nice room enjoying each other, and I feel like that fucking fish. Don't you feel like that fish? A little bit? Yeah, I'm not entirely comfortable.